I know sometimes AI isn't perfect, but in this video, I'm going to show you how I was able to save this image by adding this here to her head inside of Canva because, we don't want those good images to go to waste. But also, I'm going to give you some of my favorite features that I use inside of Canva when actually designing in the workspace. Let's jump right into it. So obviously, I was able to create this design using AI. So if you head over to chatgpt.com, you are going to see a workspace that looks similar to this. And what you want to do is you want to go to Explore GPTs and you want to install DALL-E. So when you go into Explore GPTs, you're going to search for DALL-E, and inside you're going to then begin to have your own prompt workspace. So all the prompt is what you see here. It's just text that actually turn into digital art creations based on what you write inside. However, the first thing that you have to do is click this new chat and the pencil in order to begin writing, but you want to make sure again that you're in the DALL-E workspace. Okay, so once you have the prompt in mind that you want to use, so in this instance, I wanted to create a relaxed, trendy look of an African-American woman wearing 2 buns in her hair. And as you can see, she has on the ideal outfit. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. But as you can see here, ChatGPT has a way of cutting off the hairstyle. So in order to recover those images, you want to be able to take this into the Canva workspace. And yes, Canva does have some actual tools in here, AI tools that you can utilize, so that way you can work all inside of Canva. Also, I want to let you know that the actual paid version is what I'm using. So I'm actually using ChatGPT 4.0 in order to be able to generate text to prompt digital art images. So I think the plan is about maybe $30 a month. And that is the plan that you can get in order to generate the images. So now once you have the actual image that you want, you're going to click this down button, which is going to allow you to download the image. Now inside of Canva, let me just take you to some really cool features. So I have the glow up feature inside of Canva. So if your workspace looks different, don't worry. It's still all the same features. And on the side, you'll have your home. And then when you're inside, you'll have your search bar. So if you ever want to search for Canva templates or your own content, you'll just go ahead and start typing in here. And you can type whatever it is that you want. So if you want to look for coloring books, you can go ahead and type here. And you would just hover over Canva templates. If you click all your content, that's going to pull up your content and you would be able to search in here and do that. So that's just the search feature. What I really love to use when I'm actually using Canva and ChatGPT at the same time to create the digital illustrations is I like to use this custom size and upload button. What custom size allows me to do is it allows me to either put in a custom size, which you can do it in pixels, inches, millimeters, and centimeters. And typically I'm designing it either pixels or inches, not too much of millimeters and centimeters. So for this particular image, we're doing a square size. So I'm going to be doing anything that's square. So you can do a 3,000 by 3,000, a 5,000 by 5,000. And because this is for demonstrations only, I'll be using a 1024 by 1024, which I already have the design open. So again, you would go to custom size. And if you're ever unsure what size your image is, just head over to upload and then you'll just choose your file. So you could choose any of the files on your computer and it'll actually upload for you. And it'll allow you and it'll pick up the actual custom size of your image. So that's a really cool feature inside of Canva. So once we're inside of Canva, now we want to go ahead and go from this to that. So once you actually upload your photo, which I'm going to show you in the beginning. So this is the actual photo and let me zoom out some. You're going to head over to uploads. When you go to uploads, you're going to upload your files. And when you click on it, it's going to show you all the images that are downloaded on your computer. So remember, we went ahead and downloaded this image here, and now it's going to actually show up inside of your downloads folder or wherever you saved it, on your computer, on your tablet, on your phone, wherever it is you're working from. And you're going to click on the image that you want and it's going to upload. So because we already have the image here, we're going to bring it in. And as you can see, her hair is actually cut off. But I was able to bring in the puffs to come in so we don't have to waste the image. So I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate this so I can show you how this gets done. Now, sometimes there is a little trick to doing this, but if you have to have the pro version, that is the key. So the pro version is like $13 a month or $100 and something a year. So really inexpensive and definitely worth it to have so you can work with inside here. So what you want to do is inside of here, you want to click edit. When you're on your image, you're going to click edit, and Canva has something called the Magic Studio. The Magic Studio allows you to do background removal, allows you to erase things in the picture. It allows you to grab objects as well. It allows you to grab text. In this case, we don't have any text. You see this little signature here. And basically those signatures happen because ChatGPT likes to give type of signature sometimes when they're creating photos just to show that autograph look, but you can always tell your prompt that you don't want it. But once we remove the background, which we always do to make it transparent, this actual autograph is going to go away. And then we also have the magic edit, right? We can edit different things that we want to change inside of here. And then we have the magic expand. So this is the tool that we're actually going to be working with today. And it just has different types of expansion options. And what it allows it to do is it has an AI feature that will attempt to expand based on the actual image. So in this case, we want to expand her hair. So it's going to attempt to expand her hair with the likeness, keeping it the same. So what I like to do is you always want to just narrow in the edges, because when it expands, you want to leave enough room at the top because we're expanding her hair. Then that's what we want to do. We don't need anything at the bottom because we're just going to keep it as is. And remember, do not turn off the background removal yet, because this feature doesn't work good and with the background removal. So if it's already transparent, it's not going to work the best. So we keep the background on until we actually get her hair in this ideal shape right here. So we're going to go ahead and go to Magic Expand. And what I like to do is I like to use the aspect ratio of 4:5. And once I do that, I'm going to go ahead to the bottom and click Magic Expand. Now, sometimes it takes a little bit of correction to get this right, but that's okay because that is what the Magic Expand tool is for. So I'm going to wait for it to come. So as you can see, it did not do it the right way. So you have this style, which is still not bad, but it's not giving me the actual 2 puffs that I want. But at the bottom, you can see here, it actually gave me the 2 puffs. Now, you can see there's a little excess of hair on the outside, which isn't really a big deal, but I don't actually want to have that excess. So I could hit cancel, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move it up just a little bit more, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to Magic Expand again, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to actually do the 4:5 again, and let's see if it'll give me less little strings like unattached to the hair. If it does, it's okay. We could always use the magic eraser tool to erase it, but I like to get it as close as possible. I even like this look as well. So this works too if you wanted to do that. But see here, this is the actual 2 Afro puffs, and I love it because there is actually no excess here like it was in the other one. So now what I want to do is, clearly we're not going to do these because this does not look right. Now this is actually pretty cute. It's giving like 90s hairstyle. Let me know which one you like the best. Did you like the 90s like hairstyle? The first one is still giving 90s. It actually looks really good. I like this as well, and I also like this. So I might go ahead and just make 2 out of it because, you know, why not? So we might have to go ahead and duplicate this again and see if we can actually get that style again. So let's go ahead and go back, and we'll go to edit, And again, we're going to go to Magic Expand, and we'll go to 4x5 again. And let's see if we could get that other kind of 90s style. It's giving like real short, nice 90s look. Let's see if we could get that again, because that way we can have more than one look for the same girly. So yeah, see, look, it's not giving that again. So we're going to have to cancel. And we're going to bring this down again, and we're going to do it again, because eventually you'll get the same look. So we want to go ahead and do Magic Expand, and we'll go ahead, because we're looking to get that other look. Maybe we could get more than one hairstyle out of one, because you want to be able to utilize your images in multiple ways. So it's more so still giving me the Afro puffs, which is cool. This is now because I like the other style better, because it was less of the part going up, because just, you know, we don't want the part to be all the way up on here. And let's just see what the last one is. So sometimes you have to play around with the AI magic tool inside of Canva, but eventually we get it to get right. So you see it's getting closer and closer to that look. So what I'll do is I might just bring it down just a little bit more, and we'll go ahead and do this one more time, still using the 4x5 ratio. And let's see if we could go ahead and get this right. Let's see if it's going to give us the look that we want, that we had in the beginning. And if not, it's okay, because as long as we get the hairstyle from not being cut off, then that's really all that matters. So it's getting closer to the look, but it has this little gap right here, which I don't like, but it's still giving a lot of Afro puffs, which is perfect. And I actually like this style of the Afro puffs better than the one that we just did. So we'll go ahead and do this one as well. I like this one. It looks very clean. So as you can see, it's giving two different ones, but I like the way this one generated better. So now you could go ahead and do the background removal, and it's just that simple. So now you could just go ahead and close in the images. Right? I always just like to make the image as tight as possible so I can, you know, drag it out, but this is already good. And now you're good to go. And you can basically zoom in just so you can see how it looks. So as you can see, it is nice, right? The hair, we were able to recover the hair. It's still giving the curly look. We still have it the way we want it. And then from here, we could just upscale the image. You know, I love to do BigJPG.com. A lot of people ask me why I don't upscale inside of Canva. And it's just simply because I like the way that the actual illustration comes out when I use BigJPG, because you can actually do artwork fill, and you could also do photo, which I'm going to head over and show you. So when you go to BigJPG.com, you can actually go ahead, upload images. So right now it's uploading, but when you go inside of here, you can select the images that you want to actually go inside. And when you're inside, you can actually ask it to do. So it can only do 2 at the same time in the free version. So right now it's processing, but you can only do 2. But when you click start, it's going to ask you if you want artwork or you want photo, which I have a lot of other videos that show you the BigJPG, but it's really simple. When you click on artwork, it changes the look of the actual watercolor look, and I like it. But when you click on photo, it keeps it the same, but it still upscales it to make it a little bit more higher quality. That is the reason why I use BigJPG.com, which I have the information below. But here is how you actually recover your images. So I know a lot of times people say, you know, ChatGPT doesn't generate images, which is true because it's not perfect. Well, in this case, we're using, remember, the DALL-E workspace inside of ChatGPT, but AI isn't perfect. So because it's not perfect, you have to actually do a couple of iterations of the actual images to get it right. But in this case, we're able to recover the hairstyle. And just let me know if you like videos like this, because I have a lot of images that I've been able to recover because of using the Canva workspace, you know, to be able to bring it back, that magic tool. So again, you want to go to edit and you want to be able to be in that magic studio, and that is how you would actually recover the two puffs. So now you're good to go, and you would just simply go to share, and this is page 2. So you would go to share, you would click download, and as you can see, I have 9 different pages inside the workspace, but in this case I just want to download page 2. I would click done, and then I would hit transparent background. Again, another Canva Pro feature. So whenever you see a crown inside of Canva, that means that it is an actual paid element. And here are some other quick things you want to get familiar with when you're in Canva. So you want to get familiar with text, and this is where you would add in your text. You would just simply go ahead and click a text box, and let's just say you wanted to add a text on top of here. You could certainly do that, and then you could just put a text on top of it, and you could simply change the color of it as well. And the great thing is that Canva actually picks up the photo colors of the images. So if I wanted to keep it matching, I could, just different things like that. So I love that Canva actually picks up the photo style. And of course, when you're highlighting over the text, here's what you call your toolbar. You have a bunch of different things here. You can always change the different font, all of the above. So whatever font you want. So we'll leave it at this font for now. If you want to change the size, you could simply just increase the size. If you want to decrease it, you can, or you can use these 4 corners to actually increase the size as well. Here's the bold feature, so it'll bold the text for you. This will align the text, right now we just have it in the middle. And this also allows you to do letter spacing, so you can actually space this out, and this allows you to do line spacing. So let's just say this was underneath, you can actually space this out, the line spacing, but we'll just keep it the way we had it because I actually like it like that. And this allows you to turn the transparency down, so you see how it's fading out. And then you have effects where you can actually go over your text, and you can change the color, which is so cool for the text outline. So you could change it to different colors to make it the way you want it, but you could just go over each one, and it has so many different features for effects. And so we'll keep it on outline, right? And we have this fuchsia kind of purplish color, pink family still, and we could leave it like that. And then you have the animate, and you have the position button, and you have all of these different uppercase. So if I wanted to make it all caps, I could. If I wanted to bring it back down, if I wanted to underline it, I could. And then this is obviously a straight through, and this is just to copy the style. So it allows you to copy the same style on another page. And the position button works like this. So let's just say I wanted to bring this forward. Now, obviously, we wouldn't be doing it like this, but if I wanted to position this and bring the actual this text to the back, it would go behind her. So now you can't see it. So that is how you use the position button, and you could also left align it, and then also you could lock the images on here. So I love to use a lock feature. Like, let's just say you don't want to move, this won't move anymore, you see, because I've locked it. So a lot of times when you're designing, you don't want to move the image or some text or anything that you have, and you want it to stay perfect in place. So you want to lock it so you're not messing up your actual image. So in this case, you could simply unlock it by hitting this button, and now hold on, let's hit it again, and you'll see it'll unlock, lock position only. And now we can move it. And this here, this purple line that you see showing up, and I'm just gonna zoom in because it's very important, is that it will show you if you're in the middle, if you're not in the middle, and it also shows you this margin box here. So I'm going to show you how to put your margins on and your print bleeds on because it's important. When you go to file, you'll go to settings, and in the settings you'll hit show margins. So when you hit the show margins, this just means that everything is inside of the margins. But one of the most important features is the print bleed. So if you don't want anything to extend outside of the edge, if you were actually going to print something, you wouldn't go outside of this outer box here, but you can keep this on when you're designing, and you can simply turn it off by hitting show margins and then hitting show print bleed, and it'll turn off. So again, this is how you middle align. You'll see that it's all lined up. And then this is how you actually know that your design is in the middle. So that is how I use the Canva features inside of here. And this is how the actual image looks once it's recovered. It looks. Also, sign up for that free class that we have every other Monday, so we can show you how to actually create money online so you can start your own business today as well. Thank you all for tuning in. Share this out to as many people as you can and let me know what your thoughts are below. And don't forget again to share, comment, like, and subscribe.